Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Culturally Distinct Podcast. This is your boy DJ KO. What's going on, my people? So, I've been listening to what everybody's talking about. Everybody's talking about this Nick Cannon and the comments that he made. Some people say that he made anti-Semitic comments. Some people say that he was talking about some things about melanin and about the African culture. Honestly, I don't see nothing wrong with what he said. Actually, for those who haven't heard what he said, this is what he said.
Right. So then let's go. Let's go to what it really is. Then, when we talk about the power of melanated people, when we talk about who we really are as guys, and
Right.
understanding that our melanin is so power and it connects us in a way that the reason why they fear black, the reason why they fear is because the lack that they have of it. So then when you see what Dr. Francis C. Welsing talked about is that fear and
Just genetic
that
annihilation.
deficiency of when you have a person that has the lack of pigment, the
Right.
lack of melanin,
Right.
that they know that they will be annihilated. So therefore, however they got the power, they have the lack of compassion. That melanin comes with compassion. Melanin comes with soul. That we call it soul. We soul brothers and sisters. That's the melanin that connects us. So
Right.
the people that don't have it are a little, and I'm gonna say this carefully, are a little less, and where the term actually comes from, because I'm bringing it all the way back around
Okay.
to Minister Farrakhan, to where they may not have the compassion or the when they were sent to the mountains of Caucasus, when they didn't have the power of the sun, that the sun then started to deteriorate them. So then they're acting out of fear. They're acting out of low self-esteem. They're acting out of a deficiency. So therefore, the only way that they can act is evil. The only way they have to rob, steal, rape, kill, and
Fight or
pillage
flight, okay.
in order to survive.
Exactly.
So then these people who didn't have what we had, and when I say we, I speak of the melanated people.
Right.
They had to be savages. They had to be barbaric. Because they're in these Nordic mountains. They're in these rough, torrential environments. So they're acting as animals.
Right.
So they're the ones that are actually closer to animals. They're the ones that are actually the true savages. And then they built up such this I don't want to say warrior, but they built up such this conquering barbaric mentality that they're coming out of Europe. They then said, in order for us to survive, we have to take what's not ours. And then they went into the land that actually where we are originated. And instead of trying to make friends, they said, we want what you got. Because there's this mentality of whether it's the Caesars or even that we have to conquer.
Right.
So I say all that to say the context, and when we speak of whether it's Jewish people, white people, Europeans, the Illuminati, they were doing that as survival tactics to stay on this planet.
Right, because
we never had to do that.
Right, because they've learned.
So basically, he's talking about people of melanin and people of the Jewish descent who had control over certain parts of, I guess, slaves. I don't see nothing that he said with the Jewish community of disrespect or anything that anti-Semitic. I don't know. Maybe some of you guys think differently, but from Viacom, they suspended him off the show. They suspended him off of Wild 'N Out. They have some talks of him have the radio station that he does in California. Some talks that they set up. They put him on leave. Also, he has his podcast called Canon Class, where him and Professor Griff was talking about the black love, black men calling each other God. Why do black men call each other God? How do we stand behind that concept? How do our melanin really overpowers other groups. Some people took offense to that. Honestly, I don't understand. Maybe you could tell me different, and I'm willing to have an open conversation. Make sure that you hit me up. Go to YouTube. Go to my Instagram at Mr. DJ KO or at Culturally Distinct Podcast. I want to have a discussion about this because I don't even know. I honestly don't know. I don't know that. I'm interested. But anyway, this shot's out for Mr. DJ KO. I'm glad you guys tuned in. I look forward to hearing from you. You guys have a good day. Peace.